Hey there, question for you today. Are you using all of the components for your video or your recorded video or when you go live to maximize your time and your efforts? That's the question today. I'm going to be talking about 6 components to maximize your time when you go live and what makes a successful live or recorded video. That's what I'm going to be sharing today. But hey, if we have not met before, my name is Anna Olson. I am a coach and mentor teaching small business owners how to effectively use video to market your business on social media. So let's talk about what makes a successful component. What are the components of a live and what makes it successful? Well, there's been many studies done and much research has been done on what are the components of going live or a recorded video. You know, when I first got started, oh, by the way, if you're joining me live, please say hello, tell me where you're coming in from, and join me in this conversation. I mean, we all don't want, the worst part of marketing online is just throwing things out there, spending time creating content and throwing it out there and not knowing if it works or not. So hopefully tonight I can share these things with you and you can actually have some success with your videos. My videos have changed completely once I started using these 6 steps and making sure that these steps are all in the video. So, if you want more success with your videos, please drop me a number 1 in the comments. Oh, and also, if you're watching the replay, give me a hashtag replay in the comments and I'll come back and give you a shout out at that time. So let's talk about the 6 components of a successful live or successful video. If you noticed, when I first came on this video tonight, I had a question for you right at the beginning. Stating a question, it's called an attention grabber. If you are wanting more success in video and going live, then you're probably going to hear or want to figure out, what am I talking about? What are you not doing? You're going to maybe watch this video because of what I said at the beginning of the video. So the first step is about your attention grabber. Are you looking at, what makes a good title for your video? What makes an attention grabber? What makes a good attention grabber? And how do I determine what that is? Well, to tell you the secret, I go out and I look at videos. You can just go to YouTube or Google and figure out what videos have thousands or millions of views and have good titles for your subject. Then model those titles and model those videos. But that's how I kind of figure out what my title is going to be. There's a couple tools in YouTube that you can figure out. And if you want those access to those tools or want to know what those tools are, just drop me a comment or drop me a comment, tools in the below this video, and I'll make sure to reach out to you and get that information to you. But it's about your attention grabber. How, what are you doing with, and then, the headline, the first 3 minutes or seconds, first 3 seconds, not minutes, but first 3 seconds of your video. You have to say something that people that are interested want to continue to watch more. Okay. That was number 1. Number 2 is to focus on your story. Create a story. And so when normally when I do my lives, I'll tell you a story. I mean, I at the beginning of, right after my introduction of this video, I talked about my experience with video. You got to add your story to it because people follow people, not a company or its products. So you want to be able to make sure that you have your story included in your videos because people want to relate to you. And they can't relate to you unless you share your story. So it's really important. And on top of that, your brand is your story, is your uniqueness. That's what your brand is. So add your story to it. Be bold, be outgoing. Talk about your story. And every video should have some kind of a story in it. Okay. And number 3 is to know your audience. You have to know your audience. What is it that they need? I mean, you cannot be talking to a bunch of network marketers about things for dogs, for example, because that's not what they're interested in, or may not be what they're interested in. Yeah, there's maybe a few here and there, but you got to know what your audience wants. I have set up for video marketing. So I'm not assuming, I have done the research to know that my audience wants to know how to effectively use video in marketing their business. And that is why I am talking about that all the time. That's what I can offer my audience. And that's important. Okay. So know your audience. Number 4, again, I talk about, tell your story, and tell your story in a way that people can relate to it. So again, it is to be able to focus on your journey. I didn't know this stuff about video. I really didn't when I first got started. I had to do the learning process. I had to do the research and decide what it was that I wanted to do. So what is your specialty? Your story is your specialty that you can provide value to someone else. So think about where you've been, and you do not need, on top, you do not need to be an expert in it to be able to help someone else with it. You just need to be the 3rd grader to that 2nd grader. So you're just one step ahead of someone else that is trying to learn this, and you're going to help them do it. That's providing value to your audience. So it's not about being an expert. It's about learning something, testing it for yourself. And that's where I tested all these components in my videos, and then saw the results, saw that I had growth, saw that I had a lot more engagement. I had a lot more people watching, a lot more people watching it as a replay, those types of things. And then I teach it to you guys. I go on live and I talk about it, and I share what it is that's working. Okay. Hey, Jennifer, thanks for watching. Love it. Love it. And then number 5 is call to action. Always, always, always have a call to action. It may be as simple as, hey, follow me on my page. Follow me on my page. I have tons more tips and strategies that I will be, that's in my page, and follow along on my page, and you can get a whole lot more. That's my call to action for this video. And it's that simple. You might have other calls to action, but you always want people to know what to do next. If you want them to follow you, you got to tell them what to do next. Okay, so you always need to have a call to action. And then number 6 is SEO, SEO, SEO. What does that mean? Search engine optimization. And again, on social media is different than if you go to YouTube or Pinterest. Those are search engine optimization sites. Your Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, those are all social media channels. But what's happening, I have actually gone to Google and I put in a term, searching for some answer to something, put in a term, and I have gotten Facebook Lives as the answer to my question. That is because they had a good description. They put their keywords in the description of the video or in the title of the video or the live. So all those things matter. And of course, if you're on YouTube or you're on, you go on Pinterest with your stuff, you want to make sure that you have tags and keywords in the tag section, all of that set up, because that really matters when it comes to answering somebody's question. I mean, people go to YouTube to find out how to do something. I do this all the time. And I get certain videos because they have set up the SEO behind it, the search engine optimization behind it. So that really matters. And I also do these things on social media as much as I can. Now, I would say hashtags are used on social media much more than tags are the equivalent of tags in YouTube or Pinterest. So adding tags, and I have set up my live. I did not add tags or hashtags yet, but I will go back and add hashtags because it matters when it comes to searching for answers. So that's why you do SEO. So those are the top 6 components of a successful live or a successful video for your products. Now, when you're doing a video, you're not talking about your company. You're not on social media anyway. You're not talking about your company. You're not talking about the names of the products. You're talking about the benefits of those products. So that's what you want to do as you do your lives and your videos. I hope that this was helpful for you and that you can use some of these strategies. Let me know what if I told you anything that was new, or what you found valuable in this live here today. So let me know. Would love to hear from you. And yeah, that's what I've got for you tonight. I will see you all on the next video. Have a great day, everyone.